So in this video, we are going to learn how to bulk upload and schedule Instagram content automatically. Let's say you have prepared content like photos or reels for Instagram for next few weeks or for few months. Now you want to upload this content and publish each and every piece of content like each and every photo and reel on a specific date and time. Now let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. So in this automation, all you have to do is just add the post details or the content details in Google Sheet over here. Then after that, whatever date and time in front of each and every post you are going to add in Google Sheet, the automation will be delayed for that particular post till that date and time. And on the same date and time, we are going to post that content, that photo or reel on our Instagram profile. So you can just basically add the details of 100 of posts in your Google spreadsheet and add the date and time. And using this automation, you can just keep on posting for the further months or weeks as well. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this kind of automation all by yourself, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen. So as you can see, this is my Google spreadsheet in which I'm adding the content for my Instagram post. I'm adding the date and time, that at what date and time I want to publish this post on my Instagram profile. Then we have the caption, the image or the video URL, the media URL, and the type of the post. That is it a photo or a reel which we are posting on Instagram. Now you can create a Google Sheet with all the content which you want to schedule or post on your Instagram profile. And after that, using a simple automation, all of these content will be uploaded on our Instagram profile and it will be published or posted on the same date and time which we have entered over here. Now to do this, we have to connect our Google spreadsheet with Instagram. And we are going to use an automation and integration platform called Pabbly Connect to do so. To access Pabbly Connect, just go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And here you can see we have reached to Pabbly Connect's landing page. And you can see two options over here, sign in and sign up free. Now, if you're new to Pabbly, just click on this sign up free button and you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you are an existing Pabbly user, just sign into your own account. After signing in, you will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. And here you just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. After clicking on access now, we will reach to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. And we have to create an automation workflow over here. Just click on this create workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I would like to name my workflow as Google Sheets to Instagram. You can basically give any other name of your choice. Then just select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to create this automation and click on create. Now as we click on create, here you can see the automation workflow will open in front of us. And in this workflow, you can see two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we are going to connect our Google spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step. So that whatever content we have added in our Google spreadsheet, we can have all of this content in our Pabbly Connect workflow. And for each and every row, for each and every post, we can trigger this automation workflow as well. Also, after setting up this automation and after completely scheduling or sending the data or all the content details, post details from Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect, using this same automation, if you add a new row of data, if you add the details of a new post in your Google Sheet, using the same trigger, you can get the details of that post in your workflow as well. And using this automation, we can basically schedule the same post for our Instagram profile too. Now, after this, what we have to do, we have to basically connect our Google Sheets account in Pabbly Connect in the trigger step. And after that, the content which we are getting from Google Sheet in our Pabbly Connect workflow, using this automation, we are going to send the same post details to Instagram to create the post in bulk over there. So let's see how it is done. Now, starting from our trigger step, here in Choose App, we have to search for Google Sheets over here. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets, in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New or Updated Spreadsheet Row. And then after selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now using this webhook URL, we are going to connect our Google spreadsheet in which we have the details of our post content with Pabbly Connect. And to add this webhook URL in our Google spreadsheet, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Just copy this webhook URL from here and go to your Google spreadsheet in which you have the Instagram post content. After coming to the spreadsheet, we have to go to Extensions, Add-ons and click on Get Add-ons. And after clicking on Get Add-ons, we will reach to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here in Search app, we have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. So here you can see Pabbly Connect webhooks. This add-on is already installed in my Google spreadsheet. You just have to install this same add-on into your own Google Sheets account, and after installing it, just refresh your Google Sheets once. This is a very important step. After refreshing our Google spreadsheet, once again we'll go to extensions and you can see Pabbly Connect webhooks. This add-on is added over here. Just hover on it and click on Initial Setup. After clicking on Initial Setup, here you can see this box will appear in front of us and it is basically asking us three things: selected sheet, webhook URL and trigger column. In selected sheet, by default it has selected sheet 1 because we have only one sheet in this Google spreadsheet, that is sheet 1. Then after that, here in webhook URL, we have to enter the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. After adding the webhook URL, at last it is asking us for the trigger column. Now you must be thinking, what is this trigger column? So the trigger column is basically the last data entry column of our Google spreadsheet in which we have any of our data. So in the background, you can see in this Google Sheet, column D is going to be my trigger column because it is the last column in which we have any data. And as we add any data in the trigger column, the data of that complete row is sent to Pabbly Connect till that trigger column. So we are going to enter column D as the trigger column. After entering the trigger column, just click on this Send Test button. And after clicking on Send Test, it is showing us test data sent successfully. Means the data of the very first row after headers, data of row number 2, is now sent to Pabbly Connect. Now here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, in this trigger step, you can see we have received the response. And in this response, you can see the details of the exact same post which we have in row number 2. The post type is photo. So here you can see we have the response of type, that is photo. We have selected the trigger column as D. We have column D over here. We have the name of our spreadsheet over here. We'll scroll down. We have the same media URL which we have added in our Google spreadsheet in row 2. We have the same date and time, and also we have the same caption over here. Whatever caption we have added in our Google Sheet. This means the data of a post from Google Sheets is received inside Pabbly Connect trigger step. And here what we have done, we have completed the step 1. Now we'll go back to a Google Sheet, just click on this submit button, and after clicking on submit, it is showing us setup configured successfully. This means we have basically added this webhook URL in Google Spreadsheet successfully. Now we'll get back to a Pabbly Connect workflow, and after completing the step 1, we will move to step 2. Now here we have two different conditions. We have two different types of posts. Post 1 is photo and second one is a reel. And in the Instagram action step of Pabbly Connect, we have two different action events for photos and reels as well. Now to publish a photo, we have to select a specific action event, and to publish a reel, we have to select another action event. So we have two different conditions, two different routes in this automation workflow. And to create these kind of routes, these kind of paths in our automation, we are going to use a feature, a module of Pabbly Connect that is called router. So we will just scroll down, come to this action step, and here in Choose App, select Router by Pabbly. After selecting Router Pabbly, in action event from the drop-down, select Conditionally Run over here and click on Connect. After clicking on Connect, by default, it has added two different routes. But if you want, you can add as many routes as you want. There is no limit on creating routes in your automation workflow inside Pabbly Connect. But we are going to create two routes over here. And I'm going to rename these routes. The first route name is, for example, photo, and just update it. And the second route name is reel over here. Reel. So we have two different conditions that if we have the post type as photo over here in Google Sheet for that particular post, then we want the automation to be continued using this route. And if we have the post type as reel selected over here in our Google Sheet, then in that case, we want this automation to continue using this route too. So we have created these two routes and named it photo and reel. Now let's start setting up this rule. For that, we'll start with photo and click on this set filter and action step button. Now after this, the first thing it asks us is the filter condition. How this automation workflow will know that it is supposed to continue using this route. We have to set up a filter condition. And the filter condition will be the type of the post which we have selected. Now here in this filter in select label, you can see in the drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Google Sheet. Out of all of these responses, we are going to select the response or the label of type of the post. We have the type of the post for this header type over here. So we are going to select this label. The filter type will be equals to, and the filter value will be photo. So we have added this filter condition that if we have photo as the type of the post over here in our Google spreadsheet, then in that case, this automation workflow should be continued using this route. After setting up this filter, let's click on Save and Send Test Request. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here it is showing us the condition is true. Now, after setting up this filter condition, what we have to do, we have to add the action step of publishing this post. But before that, we have noticed that we have added a date and time. We want to publish this post on Instagram for this particular date and time. So what we are going to do, we are going to add a delay in our automation workflow. Just click on this Add Action Step button, and then here in Choose App, we have to select Delay by Pabbly. After selecting Delay by Pabbly in Action Event, select Add Time Delay and click on Connect. As we click on Connect, here the first thing it asks us is how much delay you want to put in your workflow. And in this dropdown, we have two options, Delay For and Delay Until. Now we want to delay publishing this post on Instagram for this particular date and time. So we are going to select Delay Until over here. Then it is asking us delay date, that what is the date and time for which we want to delay. And it is asking us in the help text, it is saying that we have to enter the delay date in this particular format and according to UTC time zone. Now the date and time for the Instagram post which we have entered in our Google spreadsheet is not according to this particular format. And the time zone is also not UTC time zone. I'm in India, and in India we follow Asia Kolkata time zone. I have entered this date and time according to my time zone. So what we have to do, here, before adding this delay step, we have to basically change the format and the time zone of this date and time of the scheduled post which we have received from Google Sheet. So what we are going to do, after this Google Sheets trigger step and before the router action step, we are going to add a new action step over here. And we are going to use another feature, another module of Pabbly Connect, that is date time formatter. So we will just search for date time formatter by Pabbly and select it. After that, here in action event from the drop down, we are going to select the action event as format date with time zone and then just click on connect. After clicking on connect, the first thing it asks us is the date, that what is the date and time whose format and time zone we want to change. So we have received the date and time from Google spreadsheet in the trigger step, and we are going to map the same response of date over here in this date field. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Google Sheets of the Instagram post. Out of all of this, here we just have to select this response of date and time and map it over here. After mapping the date and time received from Google Spreadsheet, the next thing it asks us is the from format, that in which format this date and time is present right now. So from the drop down, we are going to select this particular format over here of day, month, year, hours, minutes and seconds, because in the same format this date and time is entered in our Google spreadsheet. Then it is asking us for the to format, and here in to format we have to select this format over here, the same format which was asked by delay by Pabbly. So delay is asking us the date and time in this format, so we have selected it. In from time zone, we are going to enter our own time zone. Like in India, we follow Asia Kolkata time zone, and I have entered this date and time according to Asia Kolkata time zone. So in from time zone, we are entering this, and in to time zone, we have to enter UTC over here because the delay by Pabbly action wants the date and time according to UTC time zone. After selecting all the options, just click on Save and Send Test Request. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here in response, we will see the same date and time which we have entered in our Google spreadsheet. The format of this date and time is changed, and also we have this date and time according to UTC time zone. So when it's 12 p.m. on 15th of June 2024 according to Indian time zone, Asia Kolkata time zone, it will be 6:30 a.m. according to UTC time zone on the same day. Now after changing the format and the time zone, we'll go back to our router step and we will start setting up our route. So the first route was a photo. We'll just click here, and after filter, we had to add delay over here. Just click on this add action step button. And then here in choose app, let's search for delay. Just select it. After selecting delay by Pabbly, in action event from the drop down, select add delay time once again, click on connect, and we are going to select delay until. Here in delay until, in the same format which it is asking us, we have changed the date and time. So we will just click on this field, and from date time formatter responses, we are going to select the date and time over here. So we have changed the format of this scheduled date and time, and also we have changed the time zone too. So we have this date and time according to UTC time zone. And now we will just click on Save and Send Test Request. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received a response where it is showing us that this workflow is delayed for the date and time which we have entered over here. Now after this, let's click on this add action step button and finally create a post on our Instagram profile. For that, we will just search for Instagram for business over here in the action step. Select Instagram for business and then in action event from the drop down, select publish photo because using this route, we are going to publish a photo on Instagram. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our Instagram for business account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this connect with Instagram for business button. Now, while connecting our Instagram account with Pabbly Connect, let me tell you that the connection of Instagram account with Pabbly Connect is done using our Facebook profile. So you have to ensure that your Facebook account or your Facebook page is connected with your Instagram business profile. Like in my account, if we go to settings and we will go to account center, you will notice that we have our Facebook account connected over here. So here I'll just go to see more account and you can see the Facebook account is connected with Instagram. That's why you have to ensure that to connect Instagram for business with Pabbly Connect, you have to connect your Facebook page or your Facebook profile with your Instagram account too. After making the connection, it is asking us Instagram account to use. So here you can see we have the exact same account on which we want to publish the post. And then it is asking us for the photo URL and caption. So we have received the image URL from Google Sheets. So we'll just click here. And from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, we are going to select and map the response of media URL, image URL. And here in caption from this drop down, we are going to select and map the same caption which we have received in Google Sheet. Basically the same post details which we have entered in Google Sheet, we are going to send the same details to Instagram. And let's click on save and send test request. Now when we click on save and send test request, here you can see we are going to receive some response over here. And in this response, you can see a positive response to us. This response shows that this image whose link we have added, this image is posted with this caption on our Instagram account. So let's check it. I'll just go to my Instagram account and refresh this once. And yes, here you can see the same image whose link we have added. I'll just copy this link and paste it in a new tab. Here you can see this is the same image which is posted on our Instagram profile and we have the same caption which we have added in our Google spreadsheet as well. This means we have successfully created a photo post on Instagram. Now, because we have clicked on save and send test request, that's why the Instagram post is automatically shared right now. But if we run this automation, then whatever date and time we have entered in our Google Sheet, on that date and time, the post will be published. Now, after setting up this route for photo, we have to create another route. We have to set up another route which was for Reels. So I'll just rename it again. Let's click on update. And then in this route, we have the same steps. We have to set up the filter condition over here. So here in filter condition, we are going to select the label as type, but in filter type, we are going to select equals to, and the value will be reel. So here you can see we have this option of reel over here. Now, if we have the type of post selected as reel in our Google Sheet, in that case, the automation workflow will be continued using this route. Let's click on save and send test request. But because we have captured the data of row number 2, and in row number 2, we have the type of the post as photo. That's why it is showing us that the condition is false. This means this filter is working perfectly fine. Now after this, we'll scroll down, click on this add action step button, and we are going to once again search for Instagram for business. We are going to add a delay after this because we have to add 2 Instagram actions to create and publish a reel on Instagram. So I'll just search for Instagram for business once again, just select it. And after selecting this, in action event from the drop down, select the action event as create reel video. Then just click on connect. And because we have connected our Instagram account with Pabbly Connect in the previous step, in the previous route, we don't have to make a new connection. You can select the existing connection and click on save. And as we click on save, we will see once again our Instagram account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, we have to select the same Instagram account and here we have to enter the video URL. Now here in video URL, we are going to map the same response of media URL which we have received from Google Sheets because we are adding the link of the videos or the reels in the same column as well. Then in caption, once again, we have to map the same caption response. Let's map it over here. Then it is asking us share to feed, whether we want to share this Instagram reel on our feed or not. So I want to share it, so I'm selecting true over here. Then it is asking us for the thumb offset and cover URL. So if you want to add some cover image, you can add the same cover image in the Google Sheet and map it over here. If not, you can just ignore these 2 fields for now. And then I'll just click on save and send test request. And after clicking on save and send test request, you can see we have received this ID. And this is a very important ID over here. So there is an important note which says publishing reels over Instagram business account is a two-step process. You need to create a reel containing ID using create reel action. So using this create reel action over here, you can see we have generated the reel, we have created a reel, and we have received the ID. Once you have a reel ID created, you can publish that media over Instagram account using publish video action. So after this, we have to use the publish video action, and if we want, we can add a delay before publish video action as well. So using this action, the reel is created on Instagram, but to publish it on our Instagram profile, we have to add another action. And before adding that action, we are going to add a delay over here. Let's click on this add action step button, and here in choose app, we will just search for delay. Just select it. After selecting delay by Pabbly, once again in action event, we are going to select add time delay, click on connect, and then once again we are going to select delay until. We are going to map the response of date and time which we have received from date time formatter, and then click on save and send test request. After this, we will just scroll down. We have successfully added the delay step in the second route as well. Click on this add action step button, and now once again we are going to search for Instagram for business. Just select it, and then in action event from the drop down, we have to select the action event as publish video over here, as it was mentioned in the important note. Let's click on connect. We are going to select the existing connection and click on save. After clicking on save, we will see once again the Instagram account is connected. Select your Instagram profile, and now it is asking us for the photo ID or the video ID which we want to publish over here. So we have received the photo ID in the previous step. Using this create reel video action, we have received the photo ID over here, as you can see. And we have to map the same photo ID in this publish video action step. Just click on this field of photo/video ID from the drop down from Instagram for business responses, create reel video responses, select and map this ID. And after mapping this ID, just click on save and send test request. Now, as we click on save and send test request, here it is showing us that the file format which we have selected over here is not supported. Basically, what we have done in the trigger step, we have captured the data of row number 2. In row number 2, we have the media URL of an image. That's why using this action, we cannot publish the video because the file format is not matched. We have the image file format. Like here in create reel video action, we have used this image URL. That's why it is showing us that this post can't be published as a reel. So it is a pretty fair response, but we can say that the automation workflow is successfully created. If we send the media URL as video, then using this route, we are going to publish that video, publish that reel on our Instagram profile. And our automation workflow is also successfully created. And using this automation, we can just publish or schedule the post for our Instagram profile in bulk. This means you just have to enter the date and time, that what date and time, with what caption, what image or video you want to basically publish on your Instagram account. You just have to enter all of these details in a Google Sheet and select the type. And using this automation, you can just post or schedule all of those content in bulk. Now, after setting up this automation, what you have to do, let me just delete this recent post which we have created once. Let me delete it once. And after setting up this automation, just click on this send all data button. Go to extensions in our Google Sheets, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and you can see this option of send all data. Just select this send all data option, and all the posts which we had in our Google Sheet, all of these posts, data of all of these rows will be sent to Pabbly Connect. And using this Pabbly Connect automation, all of these posts will be scheduled for our Instagram account. So we will just go to the history section of our workflow, and here in the history section you can see we had 4 rows of data in our Google Sheet, and 4 times this automation workflow is triggered. Here you can see using this, the automation workflow is delayed over here. So you can see this automation workflow is delayed for this date and time, the same date and time which we have entered in our Google Sheet. Now after that, we had our second post. Let's see the details of the second post. The caption was a beautiful waterfall deep inside a forest. So in row number 3 for second post, we have the same caption, we have this image, and the type is reel over here. You can see the same post details are received inside Pabbly Connect, and whatever date and time we have entered over here, till that date and time, this automation workflow is delayed. So the reel is created on our Instagram profile, but it is not published. It will be published on the same date and time. And we have basically scheduled or posted the content on our Instagram profile in bulk from Google Sheet. Now, after this, if you want to basically just add a new row of data or new post details in a Google Sheet, and using this same automation, you want to schedule the post for your Instagram account. Now, for that, what you have to do, just go to extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and select this send on event option. By selecting send on event, we are telling this Google Sheet, we are telling this add-on that whatever new row of data is added in our Google Sheet, immediately send that data to Pabbly Connect. So using this particular option, this new row data will be sent to our Pabbly Connect workflow. And using this workflow, we are going to schedule the same post to be published on our Instagram account on the selected date and time. So in this way, you can basically bulk upload and bulk schedule your Instagram post using Pabbly Connect automation directly from Google Sheets. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And let me tell you one more important thing. You will find a clone link of this exact same automation workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.